Welcome to Southwest Desert, where adventure meets the arid beauty of the American Southwest. Join us as we explore the rugged landscapes, uncover hidden historical gems, and dive deep into the rich legends and culture of this iconic region. Subscribe now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on our latest desert adventures. Please leave a like or comment. This is very helpful. Let's journey together into the heart of the Southwest Desert. Imagine a world where a single rock could transform you from a starving prospector to a mining executive overnight. Where a town of 2,500 souls could rise from empty desert, burn to the ground 3 times in 5 months, and still keep growing. Welcome to Ransburg, California, the forgotten gold rush that defied a depression, revitalized an industry, and created the last great mining boom of the 19th century American West. The 1890s should have been the death knell for Western mining. The easily accessible gold and silver deposits across California and Nevada had been depleted. Silver prices were collapsing. The nation was gripped by the economic depression of 1893. From Montana to Arizona, mining camps were becoming ghost towns at an alarming rate. But somehow, against all odds, Ransburg didn't just survive. It thrived. It became California's only major mining boom of the decade, drawing thousands of hopefuls to a remote corner of the Mojave Desert. The story begins in 1893 with a tiny settlement called Goler, situated between Red Rock Canyon and what would later become Ransburg. Goler established the first stage line to Mojave, bringing the first wave of prospectors who began exploring the surrounding hills. By 1894, these early explorers had discovered surface placer gold on the slopes of Rand Mountain. These small gold deposits washed down from somewhere higher up, but from where? The hunt for the source was on. The breakthrough came in spring 1895 when 3 partners, Frederick M. Mowers and his companions, traced the placer gold to its origin. Near the mountain summit, they discovered a rock outcropping rich with gold. On April 25, 1895, they registered their claim, naming it after the South African Transvaal Gold District. Ironically, these men who had just discovered one of the richest gold deposits in California were flat broke. They almost sold half the mine for a pittance until Dr. Rose Burcham, a female physician from San Bernardino married to one of the partners, intervened. She recognized the true value of their discovery and prevented what would have been a catastrophic financial mistake. The mine would eventually be renamed the Yellow Aster and would become the dominant producer in what would soon be known as the Ransburg district. What made Ransburg extraordinary was its accessibility to the average person. Unlike many mining districts that quickly fell under corporate control, Ransburg remained what miners called a poor man's camp, at least initially. The owners of the Butte mine were so hungry they nearly abandoned their claim because they couldn't afford food. Others were so destitute they had to extract their first gold just to pay the $1.60 claim registration fee. Yet, remarkably, many of these original prospectors eventually achieved substantial wealth. During that first year, from 1895 to 1896, growth remained modest. By the end of 1895, Ransburg consisted of just 13 semi-permanent structures built from canvas and wood. The town hardly hinted at the explosion to come. Everything changed in the summer of 1896 with the discovery of the St. Elmo mine. Located about 5 miles east of the original Rand mine, this significant find by miner C. Drew Yar confirmed that valuable deposits extended far beyond the initial discovery. The region was described as one of nature's great treasure houses, and word spread like wildfire. What followed was a demographic explosion. By early 1897, approximately 300 buildings and tents housed an estimated 2,500 people, with 40 to 50 newcomers arriving daily. The rush drew prospectors from as far away as Australia and South Africa. Many believed they had found another Comstock lode, comparing Ransburg to Nevada's legendary silver deposit. Getting to Ransburg became an adventure in itself. From the east, travelers took the Santa Fe Railroad to Kramer Station, then connected to one of 3 daily stages for the final 28-mile journey. From the west, they rode the Southern Pacific to Mojave, where 4 daily stages departed for the mining district. The routes became congested with freight wagons pulled by up to 16 horse teams, private conveyances, returning stages, and pedestrian prospectors carrying their equipment on their backs. Ransburg quickly developed a distinctive character. It was boisterous but not anarchic, maintaining a delicate balance that kept commerce flowing. The population was remarkably diverse for the time and place. Professional miners, particularly Cornish immigrants, desert prospectors, mining speculators, entertainment workers, and transportation specialists all mingled in the streets. Despite its frontier conditions, Ransburg experienced relatively little serious crime. By March 1897, the town had seen only 3 to 4 shooting incidents, a remarkably low number for a western mining boom town. When a disruptive element known as the Dirty Dozen attempted to dominate the town using intimidation tactics, the community responded decisively. They formed a citizens' committee for law enforcement, appointed 10 deputy constables, and posted public notices warning against disruptive behavior. The troublemakers were successfully suppressed without violence, another unusual accomplishment for a frontier mining town. Cultural institutions appeared with surprising speed. The Orpheus Theater provided formal entertainment, while a town brass band organized for public performances. A volunteer fire company demonstrated civic pride. Every night, the entire community congregated in the streets before making the rounds of bars and dance halls, with social mixing occurring regardless of drinking habits. Community celebrations reached epic proportions. Independence Day festivities included athletic competitions, formal dancing events, and dangerous pyrotechnic displays using mining explosives. Practical jokes provided everyday entertainment, like the story of a stage driver who intentionally overturned his coach twice to win a bet, much to the passengers' dismay. By 1897, Ransburg had expanded to include an adjacent community called Johannesburg, located just 1 mile away. The Yellow Aster Mine had already yielded $250,000 to its original owners, transforming them from desperate prospectors to mining executives. The district would eventually produce a total of $8 million in gold, an astronomical sum for the era. The final milestone in Ransburg's transition to an established mining district came on December 23, 1897, with the completion of the standard-gauge Randsburg Railroad from Kramer. The inaugural train received a ceremonial welcome, symbolizing the town's new permanent status. But the celebration would be short-lived. As the railroad celebration was underway, disaster struck. A fire ignited in a gasoline storage facility, creating a dramatic scene as fuel drums exploded, projecting burning liquid in all directions while smoke plumes reached hundreds of feet high. The newly formed fire company deployed their chemical engine while citizens joined the fight despite great personal danger. The blaze was eventually contained after destroying 3 buildings. In a remarkable display of frontier resilience, the community immediately returned to celebration, holding the previously scheduled Christmas Eve firefighters' ball the very next night. But the town's trials had only begun. Less than a month later, on January 19, 1898, a second major fire ignited in the Mojave Saloon during the early morning hours. It rapidly progressed along Rand Street, with a visible smoke column extending 1,000 feet high. Defenders frantically worked to save Broadway as a critical fire break, manually removing burning materials by hand. Despite these heroic efforts, approximately half the town was destroyed. Within 5 months, a third devastating fire consumed the remaining original sections of town. Yet after each disaster, Ransburg rebuilt immediately. The community maintained its optimism despite these repeated setbacks, never losing focus on the mining operations that were its reason for existence. As gold production eventually declined, the district discovered new resources that would fuel subsequent booms. Tungsten deposits within the Rand Mountain geological formation led to the development of Atolia as a specialized tungsten settlement, creating a second major economic boom. In 1919, the discovery of the Big Silver Mine near Atolia triggered a third distinct mineral boom for the region. This led to the establishment of the community of Red Mountain, which gained a reputation for continuous celebration, particularly exuberant Saturday nights, and maintained a frontier atmosphere later than most mining communities. Ransburg holds a unique place in California mining history as the last significant 19th-century gold rush and a rare example of a district that experienced multiple successful mineral booms. It demonstrates the remarkable adaptability and resilience of mining communities, even in the face of economic depression, devastating fires, and changing mineral markets. In the story of the American West, Ransburg stands as a testament to human determination, a place where fortune favored not just the bold, but the persistently optimistic, where a doctor's wife saved a mine, where a community controlled lawlessness without bloodshed, where a town refused to die even after burning to the ground 3 times, and where the spirit of the gold rush lived on long after conventional wisdom declared it dead. Join my Patreon community and discover my art print products on my website in the links provided in my description and link above. Also, if you would like a particular image from my videos, give the timestamp for image, and I will upload it to my website and Patreon. Thank you for joining your desert frontiersman Alan for another Southwest gold story. Check out my large catalog of Southwest videos and playlists on historical tales, legends, lost gold stories, and adult bedtime stories. If you like a certain image from my videos, tell me in comments and give timestamp. Happy trails! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more great content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.